Matt's got a sweetie treat.
I've got a Mars bar in my mouth.
Oh, and don't I know it? Oh, looking
that's
good.
That's disgusting. You don't want to hear these sounds right now.
Oh, I love a Mars bar, mate.
I need some sugar. I need to pick me up.
Oh, I need some sugar.
I am so tired.
Oh, well, that's always a good base to begin our podcast for the evening.
Yeah.
But today, I'm going to go straight in.
Oh my gosh, go for it.
We're doing Thor Ragnarok. Yes. Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
I feel like I'm saying this too much, but like this is one of those films we've been talking about for a long, long time.
Oh, yeah.
And I literally have only just watched it.
Ooh.
I literally like 5 minutes ago finished watching it, and I didn't realize how many end credits there were.
Yeah.
And I've never seen them.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, and I have never seen the movie. Certainly
No, you haven't.
No. Bits of the movie, but not the movie. So I am very intrigued by what I have seen. And
I'm gonna let you, when we will do the usual format in a minute. Obviously, we've got to do the summary. We've got to talk about our first, view. But I'm genuinely interested to see what your take is on it. But like, it feels for me, and like I said last week, I said I'd go into it with a blank canvas just to see how it looks, how it feels, and I'll reveal how I feel about it in a minute. But like, I think I just think there's something pivotal, game changery almost. So it takes the MCU in a different trajectory, kind of thing. It's one of those movies that kind of changes the game a little bit, for good or worse. What we'll talk about in a minute.
So let me hit you up with the synopsis.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna finish my Mars bar.
Oh yeah, enjoy that. Here we go. Imprisoned on the other side of the universe, the mighty Thor finds himself in a deadly gladiatorial contest that pits him against the Hulk, his former ally and fellow Avenger. Thor's quest for survival leads him in a race against time to prevent the all-powerful Hela from destroying his home world and the Asgardian civilization.
Ooh, that's short, concise.
Short. Missing. I am surprised that they haven't gone for the Grandmaster in that, or anything about Sakaar. It's quite interesting to me, but strong, clear, precise, short, and sweet.
I think that reflects my thoughts on the length of this movie quite well. I originally looked at the running time. What's the running time? Have you got the information up?
Yeah. I think it's 2 hours 5, 2 hours 10.
See, that's quite interesting. I found it perfectly brilliant in terms of its length. Like, it has the right amount of scenes, the right amount of storytelling, the narrative for what it has, and the amount of kind of storylines that we have in the movie. It is all played out quite nicely and concisely, much like that summary in with the movie.
Oh, nicely done. I like that. I would say on the pace of this movie, Act 1, yep. Act 2, yep. Act 3, slightly filler. I feel like Thor getting out of Sakaar was a little bit over, kind of a lot of words, a lot of movement, but not a lot of moving on.
Yeah, I agree. So, totally. I think there's the first act of the movie I really enjoy. The second act of the movie is my favorite.
Yeah.
It is my favorite. Up until it's kind of where you meet the Grandmaster, and you do that whole kind of arc there that goes on quite a bit.
Yeah,
It's great.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think for me.
Yeah. What's your thoughts, man? Come on. I've watched this movie so much.
Oh.
I've watched this Ragnarok. How, Rachel, you keep looking at me really. Come on. Right, Rachel's in the kitchen. Okay. Come on, quickly. Come in. Come give me your thoughts on Ragnarok, babe. She's sad because this is her favourite one, and she wants to talk about it on the pod. Come on, no, you're in it now. You're in it now. Okay, well, come bring your chips over here. Come give us. We're talking about first thoughts. Come on, here she comes, everybody. Dear listener, can I welcome my wonderful glorious wife?
Hang on.
That's it. Come on, come take a sit. Right. Rachel and I have watched Thor Ragnarok many, many times, and it is one of our favourite MCU movies, okay? So, Rachel, give us your first thoughts on the movie. What are your thoughts? Come on.
What
we
are
want
you
to hear.
thinking?
What are your opinions?
It Ragnaroked my world.
Oh.
Ooh. She's been
Why?
holding that out for a while.
No, after the first time I ever saw it, I immediately wrote it as my Facebook status. So
Strong Facebook status.
yeah, that Steve Boneman Chan liked it. Thought it was funny.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Great. Why do you like the movie so much, Rachel?
It's ridiculous. It's low key heavy. Oh no.
Yeah, low-key heavy, yeah. Oh,
We've got a visitor. Sorry, we've got
We've
a
got a
visitor.
visitor.
Oh wow, we got the whole family in for
It's
Thor Ragnarok.
It's low key heavy, not like low key heavy. It's low key the character.
Hello, Thea. Oh, it's the first time Thea said it. Hello, Thea. How are you? How are you, Thea? Good. Fantastic. And how tired are you this evening?
Are you tired?
Oh, wow. No comment.
Right, so use your words then, if you can.
Yeah,
You're tired, yeah. Why don't you go,
Fantastic.
can you go find me 3 red things?
Go get 3 red
Go
things.
get 3 red things.
Oh, I like that. 3 red things.
Yeah, chips. You're not having those, that's my dinner.
Chips.
Go,
Brilliant.
run away. Go.
Yeah, too hot. Off you go.
Too hot.
What were we saying?
Ragnarok, opinions.
It's
Loki. Loki's in it a lot.
Loki's in it a lot. Jeff Goldblum, full Goldbluming.
Mm.
With the like, have you just been waiting to call her that? Have you just been what? That doesn't stop it. Hi. It's that moment. At the beginning, you're going, how is he going to get out of this situation? And then as he starts, doing his little. Hold on, I just need to. I feel like how our generation is all like mostly sad at the moment, and we're taking comfort from old things that are making us happy. I think those moments of comedy are comforting, especially Chris Hemsworth's comedy. I think
Comforting comedy.
Comforting comedy. I think it's important, especially when all the big bad stuff's going to come along later.
Yes.
I just love it. I
can
just
see that.
think it's really, really funny. Stop eating my dinner. It's
This
not. Stop
absolute
it.
golden podcast. This golden
It's
spot
full.
for you.
It's full of Lord of the Rings little pairings. We've got going on.
Yeah.
Can you stop it, please? I'm gonna have to go.
Okay,
because
it's
she's
fine.
just-
Thank you, Rachel and Thea, for your wonderful
Oh, can you
input
get down, please? Can you get
into
down?
our.
Wow.
Get
There
down.
we go.
It's half term, everyone. Everyone's in. Everyone. It's only Monday night on half term.
Absolutely
The kids have gone feral.
I have so much eloquent things to say.
And that's one of them. There you go.
So basically, I did buy a Wi-Fi extender to intend to do all these now in our wonderful shed, as was demonstrated last week. But with the rocky Wi-Fi, we needed that extender. Now I tried it out; it didn't work. The Wi-Fi extender doesn't work. Oh my gosh! So yeah, I'm gonna have to find a little dongle to set myself up in there. But yeah, there's Rachel's thoughts. As eloquently put, and I'm sure she wanted a little bit more time there. I'm gonna let's save your opinions first, because I genuinely am interested in yours, because you're a first time viewer effectively, and that's actually with this podcast is quite rare.
Very rare.
Do you know what I mean?
And almost probably the only time this has been the case.
Yeah.
So I watched a couple of scenes way back, and for whatever reason, I didn't go to the cinema to watch the whole thing. I think a lot of must have been going. I don't know. This time I might have actually been at drama school. You know, this might have been a year. Not
too busy being a
shout that one out, but yeah, I think I might have been in the old drama school, the drama school.
Too busy doing the old Shakespeare, I say.
Shakespeare, to be or not to be, that is the question. So yes, I didn't get to see it, but here we go. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I thought that the comedy was great. I thought it didn't overcook itself. I thought it was established what kind of Thor movie it was right from the beginning. I thought the story was amazing. The adventure we took on was great. I thought the sets or locations were great, brilliant. I enjoyed the return to Doctor Strange. And by that I mean we go flashback to the scene where Thor is sat down with Doctor Strange,
and his white marigolds that he doesn't wear anymore after that.
Exactly.
And his yellow marigolds, sorry, not white ones.
Yellow ones, yeah. And he sits there, and very good. I like that. I thought the Odin bit with Loki, although you could absolutely see it coming, it was still quite funny. I like the performance, including Matt Damon. What I didn't enjoy, and this is pretty big, is I did not enjoy the Scourge and Hela subplot, if you will, more of a plot. Now, I thought that for me, to make a subplot something worth watching, I need to know at least one character previously from that subplot. Having
exactly it.
Scourge randomly rock up and having Hela as a brand new character just meant that I was absolutely not engaged in what was going. For me, the two brand Hela, I've got no backstory for Hela. I've got absolutely no reference for her. Just nothing at all. So for me, it feels like, well, hold on a damn second. Why have I got any interest in this? And also, Hela seemed like a caricature villain. Like, I didn't think she was very good in many parts of it. But yes.
So let's talk about Scourge, and played by Carl Urban, who is obviously a well-renowned actor, and so I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, so you know, I know him from Lord of the Rings, and also I know him from The Boys. He's incredible in The Boys as well.
Oh yeah.
And I love his character in this. Hi. Oh my.
Hello gosh. Again, Thea. Hello. Oh, Thea's definitely got a chip in her mouth. There we go.
Definitely has got a chip in her mouth.
There we go.
Right. Sit. This is my parenting, everyone. Sit.
Well, we were.
She has.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay, all right. Sit here. That's it. All right. Anyway, I was talking about Scourge, sweetheart. Scourge. I think its performance is brilliant. Like you say, there is not enough backstory, no context. There's no idea on kind of what his character is doing, why he's there. I think we probably needed a little bit more in order to invest into him.
Yeah.
But
I'm being cheesy.
you are
My
being.
mum and dad.
I know, sweetheart. I know.
So I can push this button.
Okay, so just holding on to the Hela and Scourge side plot, I also am agreeing with you wholeheartedly on that. And in terms of the fact that Carl Urban, he is also in The Boys, he's in Lord of the Rings. I'm a massive fan of him. He's a great actor. However, we meet him immediately in Asgard, and then all of a sudden, we're thrown into a character with no context, where he's cracking jokes about his stuff.
Yeah.
So it is funny. It is a funny thing, and it is a funny scene.
Mm-hmm.
We need to know more about his background in order to get why is he following Hela around? Why is he just being, the executioner? What's going on? What's that about?
Yeah, exactly. Like, or needed Hela to, mind control him, or some like have an ability that means that he's suddenly joined. And then if that was the case, then I would have preferred someone like Sif to come back. Sif and Hela, and then Hela like mind control Sif, because Sif is the last person you would expect to follow, and she wouldn't follow. So therefore, Hela would have had to have used. So yeah, I do think that would
Sif's
have been.
not in it, is she?
No,
she's not in it.
It doesn't feature, mate. At
It's
all.
a crime. That is a crime.
Crime against Sif. But yeah, I thought that part of the plot kind of let it down, and it felt extremely slow. It built in order to be there at the end of the film. It just felt really slow.
I wonder why. I wonder whether they should have just done like an Odin, overdubbed backstory of Hela right at the beginning of the movie, just to get a little bit of context and understanding of who she is.
One of the ones you don't like.
Yeah, but like that, maybe that just would have helped a little bit to explain.
Yeah, I definitely
Hela
think
is.
there should have been a Hela. Yeah, Hela. Hela should have been introduced in a different fashion. I feel. I feel like that was definitely the weakest part for me.
Yeah.
I love the use of Wizard of Oz pure imagination when Thor is sat on the chair and he's like learning all about Sakaar and the Grandmaster, and that was cool. There was
cool.
very little, there's like incredible moments in there, like really funny, genuinely hilarious comedy. I like Hulk and Thor are having an argument, and he goes, "You're a stupid Avenger," and then Hulk turns around and goes, "You're a tiny Avenger." and then Bruce Banner comes back, and then suddenly there's like a festival of Hulk, and there's collapsing anus, devil's anus. Also, the scene with Odin where he goes into exile, and then and then Thor and Loki both meet up with him.
Yeah,
at the beginning. Yeah, at the beginning, I thought that was very Luke Skywalker.
I loved it.
So that reminds me of Star Wars. Big
That
time,
whole first act of the movie is actually quite. I think it honors the first and second movie quite nicely. I think it kind of has that serious tone. It has this kind of looming danger. You can see the plot threads being put through, and it takes itself seriously, right? So I think personally, and this is why I think why Taika Waititi absolutely nailed it with this movie, is that the tones are set, but then when Hela's introduced, and when then Thor gets captured and goes to Sakaar, that's when we see comedy coming through, because that's where we have Jeff Goldblum. Yeah. I think this film, if Jeff Goldblum wasn't in the film, I don't think it would be as good.
Interesting thought.
Or when I say as good, I mean as funny.
Yeah. Okay.
As funny.
As funny. I don't know about Jeff.
Really?
Yeah. Controversially, I think that it's actually like, I think if they'd have changed the Hela and the Scourge scenes, or changed something about Hela, I would have preferred the Grand Master to have been, and I think this would have actually been funnier, as someone who took themselves super seriously. Because in the backdrop of like absolute anarchy and madness, and in a world like Sakaar, I think it would have been good comedy derives from like opposition, right? Derives from something like polar opposite happening with something else, and then that creates quite a funny or an odd moment. And I think actually, if you'd have had this absolute bananas world, pure imagination goes in, and then you get this, Grandmaster who maybe is silly, but he himself doesn't think that or realise that. Whereas Jeff absolutely is, the Grandmaster is a little bit silly, is a bit stupid, and he quite enjoys that. Whereas actually, I'd have enjoyed someone who like almost like if you do you know Joe Pasquale, the comedian?
Oh yeah,
and you know Joe Pasquale's like very specific voice. For me, if it was a character who had a very similar voice to that, very like maybe very short, very spectacular fashion, but took themselves absolutely serious, that for me would have been hilarious. Like if it would have been like I tell you who it would have been. It would have been like Lord Farquaad from Shrek.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
that's the kind of ridicule that I would have preferred. Is that actually he himself doesn't see how stupid the scenario is or stupid he is.
So you're saying that you don't enjoy Jeff Goldblum's performance?
Controversially, no, Matt. No, I don't.
That's really interesting. I think because it's Taika Waititi, because it's quite clearly going to be an action comedic movie.
Yeah.
I think it hits well and hits perfectly. But I think you cannot put Jeff Goldblum in a box. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. If you've got Jeff Goldblum in your movie, let Jeff Goldblum do what Jeff Goldblum does best, and that's being himself.
Yeah.
Literally, he's playing a heightened version of himself in the world of Thor.
Yeah.
And those funny lines that he has, the quick, delivery that he has in his lines, his sounds, his voice, it all works for what he can offer.
Yeah.
And I think his right hand lady, I've got that character's name, who's really always pissed off at Valkyrie. That dynamic plays quite nicely because that's where the seriousness comes out. That person's playing their role with their job really seriously, whereas Jeff Goldblum's kind of this kind of maniacal, comedic lunatic that's playing all the strings and just getting people to fight each other for profit, effectively. And he's kind of a keen DJ as well, which I think is absolutely brilliant.
Oh yeah. There are definitely essences of it, and there is definitely comedy from it. I just think actually, like if it was played slightly differently, I think it would have been a lot funnier and maybe a bit more interesting. But that's for me. I little bit just seen Matt on Rotten Tomatoes. It says that Sif is in the film.
What?
So she is credited. So Jamie Alexander is credited in Ragnarok, but I cannot remember any scene. Can you? She doesn't appear at the end, does she?
No, I can't remember. She's not in the beginning, is she?
No, no. There's a whole article. Jamie Alexander explains why Thor Ragnarok is missing Sif. So why have that Rotten Tomatoes bunged her in the credits?
She in a deleted scene, do you think?
Potentially.
I think it's a real shame she's not in it, and I think that was voiced when this movie came out. But yes, I think just going back to Jeff Goldblum, I really enjoyed his performance, but I can definitely see where you're coming from equally as well.
Yeah.
What can we talk about Kate Blanchett? Can we talk about Hela?
Let's talk about Heather.
Okay, give me your thoughts, buddy.
I think, it kind of connected to my thoughts about Jeff and Grandmaster. Just for me, not pitched right. Like Hela for me should have been. I tell you who I would have put as Hela would have been crikey, what is her name? She is in Suicide Squad. Is she in Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad.
I think she's in the DC version of Suicide, not in the newest. Suicide Squad DC. She plays like, is it Suicide Squad? She plays like this, like the gothic. Cara Delevingne. What's her face?
Really?
Yeah.
Cara Delevingne.
Do you know why? Because it's that kind of serious. Like I would have preferred Hela to have been completely serious and completely like an actual like. She has the ability to be a scary character.
Yeah.
Whereas,
I mean, no.
well, mate. You're so...
You think Cara Delevingne would be an appropriate replacement for that role?
Let me just check that we are on about the same. Yeah, absolutely. She's got the look, mate. Because she's got the look. Got the looks. Got the dark-esque like.
She has not got nearly the acting chops that Kate Blanchett has.
But it would be a different character, though, Matt. Like it's not like her acting chops can do a dark like this. What character am I thinking of? It is best movie villain.
I know.
Suicide Squad. It is Suicide Squad, and it's for me that is an actual threat, right? That means that someone like what's his face, who we were talking about, Scourge, would be genuinely fearful of that character. Scourge would be scared crap of that kind of a character, right? Asgard would be petrified of that type of a force coming upon it.
Yeah, I get you. I think they probably should have played that character super seriously with Super Threat, with not the funny quip jokes. There are kind of light moments with certain Hela scenes towards the sort of third part of the movie. You know, the beginning part I thought was quite threatening, but like Kate Blanchett, man, like the voice that she has, the command that she has on screen, the resonance she has in her voice. Also, I just find it quite attractive.
Yeah.
As Hela, there's something like I'm on board with that.
Right,
that's great.
Matt.
Yeah,
Grandmaster, villain of Sakaar, takes himself seriously but is a fool.
Yeah.
So if you had that version of Grandmaster, then you had Hela takes herself seriously, is genuinely a threat on Asgard. What you see, if you had that. Proper parallel, proper like, oh, okay, this is what Grandmaster wishes he could be, versus Hela just turns up and people are fearful of her, right? And we know this in Sakaar because the Grandmaster hasn't even got control of the like scavenger people, right? The scavenger people kind of do their own thing, right? So it is genuinely playing out that way. It's just the way that Jeff Goldberg is acting the part of Grandmaster, and likewise the way that Kate Blanchett is playing Hela, it doesn't play out in a nice little parallel with a bow.
I think you're playing into the fact that there's not much of a definitive view on who is the main threat here, and as well we're not even accounting for the fact that we therefore who did Thor meet in the first scene?
Oh, Surtur.
Wow, we got that.
Us and names, mate. We are.
Zip zap zing zong zoom. Yeah. Surtur, yes, Surtur. He is the one that exists just plainly to cause Ragnarok and to destroy Asgard, right? So actually, that's a massive threat, and that's hugely, that plays. It kind of starts at the beginning and then just becomes, that's the only way that gets rid of Hela is causing Ragnarok to happen. That's a massive threat in its own right. So we're not even kind of thinking about that, but like that's looming. Maybe there wasn't a definitive kind of choice on who really is the antagonist here.
Yeah,
maybe.
I would agree. I would agree with that short summary. But I do know that by using that, you are veering away from my point, which is different actors, please.
I can't agree. I just can't agree with it. I think Kate Blanchett is a great Hela. I think she plays it relatively well. I think there's just moments in the script where she shouldn't play the comedy, but it's not her fault. She had Scourge's storyline as well. It would have worked if I would have been on board if it was a Hela and Civ moment that she turned Civ bad.
Yeah.
That would be so cool. And that'd be great for her character as well. Yeah. Definitely not Cara Delevingne, mate.
Oh, Cara Delevingne and Grandmaster.
Cara's acting makes me squeal.
Yeah, but it's the part,
Honestly.
mate. It's the part.
Okay, listeners, dear
Makes
listeners,
you squeal.
if you've watched Only Murders in the Building, she literally swoops in season 2. If you haven't watched it, spoilers, but I'm not going to tell you what happens. But she kind of swoops in and she just gives you this kind of real annoying acting, it's not. There's no. It's kind of forced. It's all so forced, and there's no real truth. But I don't know. There's something about it. There's just something about how they act. Anyway, I don't want to get into my Gwen rant. I don't want to start vilifying. I'm not all about that. I'm a changed man, guys. I'm a changed man. All right.
So, okay, all right, but hear me out. Alternative casting. Cara Delevingne, Hela, but you've said your thought.
I mean, it's just wrong. Also, she's meant to be an older sister, dude. She's meant to be older than Loki and Thor.
Prosthetics, mate. You can stick it on that. I mean, let's be honest. It wouldn't be the worst, possibility in the Marvel universe in terms of age and what they're supposed to be. But also, hear me out.
Yeah.
Do you know an actor called Steve Spears?
No.
He's been in Afterlife. So he does a lot of British comedy. He's been in a couple of bigger things as well.
Oh yeah, Steve Spears, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Welsh guy.
Welsh guy. Yeah. Him as the Grandmaster. Because he would do exactly what I'm after from the Grandmaster. He would take himself seriously, but be the bumbling fool.
I'm with you on that.
That would be, for me, brilliant. And with a Welsh accent as well. Bring his Welsh accent into it. Saka, I just think that'd be immense. That'd be that kind of a thing would be brilliant. Or Nick Frost, same vibe.
Nick Frost
with a similar vibe.
Nick Frost would have been awesome.
I just think it needs to be a larger than life, larger actor, that can just they have the authority because they are they can hold a room, but that doesn't mean people don't go, you're an actual idiot.
What about instead of Cara Delevingne, what about Jessica Chastain?
Let me do it.
She's great. Jessica
Chastain.
She's got some acting chops, and also kind of, I think, around the same demographic.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that's a similar vibe. I like it. I approve it. I can hold that. I can take that. I can appreciate it.
He is not on board.
No, Jessica. No, but yeah. For me, but you're getting my point. It's that kind of. It's that I think the two of those. That's what I was missing. I thought. Do you know? In all honesty, Grandmaster. I thought they've got Jeff Goldblum here, and that's what they've done. They've got we want Jeff. They haven't thought about the character, or they haven't thought about anything. They've just gone.
Absolutely.
We want Jeff to actually just be Jeff in this film, which is fine. But you're not. But therefore, you're ignoring the layers of the film, and you're ignoring like the society and that actual character. That's what's missing there. But yeah.
Can we? Okay, so let's nip that in the bud there. That's fine. But let's talk. Can we talk about Tessa Thompson, please, as Valkyrie?
Ah, good old Tessa.
Oh, like she steals it
Yeah,
for me.
Absolutely.
I'm not even joking. She actually steals it. The introduction, and this is how you introduce a character. Okay, maybe this is the thing. Maybe they just wanted to focus on Valkyrie's story more over than kind of introducing Scourge, because we knew that Scourge wasn't going to come back in another movie. It was kind of a standalone thing. Maybe with other characters like Hela as well. Maybe that's probably why they made that decision to kind of really focus and invest in Valkyrie, because oh my god, what a badass. Just so cool. And just the fact that she just got this kind of real badass energy. It's just it's and again the initial kind of meet, it's a confrontational. She comes in with so much gusto, and there's so much to play with that character, and you're immediately hooked, you're immediately intrigued, and she just delivers it so well. And I didn't realize that she was actually I don't think she's English. I thought she was English. I just want to check if she Tessa Thompson is American, right? Yeah, she's born in she's from LA, right? So her English accent, spot on. Absolute spot on. What are your thoughts? Sorry, I just raved there.
No. I echo all your thoughts. I just I am really bad at, and I've only just discovered this, right? And this happened out of Doctor Strange. I'm really bad at hearing English accents versus American accents, because I literally thought she was doing an American. I remember her just doing an American accent with everybody else. So now I need to go. I need to listen to the character of Valkyrie. Yeah, I think it all just merges for me, unless it's a non English act, unless it's not English or not For me, I think because there's such a blend in Marvel films. Whereas, like, if you watch a traditional American film and there's one British person, that's really clear. Whereas Marvel kind of do a fantastic job of blending, like, actors of all kinds of nationalities and stuff. But I think Valkyrie was fantastic, really well pitched, great story there. Gave Thor the ability to get off the planet. Gave it all just made the story just really went well. Like, that was perfect bit of storytelling, story making. It was great. Yeah, it's great. Brilliant.
She's an absolute force. I think she's an absolute force.
I do. I think as time has gone on with the subsequent films that they've had her in, not so good.
I think they. I mean, we'll get to talk about it, won't we? But like when we get to Phase 4 and we'll talk about Thor: Love and Thunder, I think they do her wrong in that movie. I think they do the character wrong, and they give Valkyrie a bit of a disservice.
Yeah.
And it should have. What do you know? What's made me realise is by watching this movie and watching Ragnarok has made me realise the problems there actually were massively in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah. I think even just the comedy in Ragnarok is another level. It's an appropriate amount of comedy for a film like this.
It doesn't go too far.
No, and I love childlike Hulk. I think we haven't talked about Hulk yet, but absolutely hilarious. I love that. I like when he's just bouncing a ball behind Valkyrie, and you just hear like the boom, 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 boom. And and then I think it's brilliant. I think
the arguments that he has with Thor, the relationship Hulk has with Valkyrie as well is quite weird, like motherly. Like I don't know. There's what is it?
They're
what
like
do you compare
siblings,
that to?
really, aren't
Siblings,
they?
yeah.
Like having like fights and stuff, aren't they? So
Yeah.
and it is great. I think they really do Hulk very well in this film, like very well. Like even the kind of building up for the fight where Thor's in the stadium is great.
It's nice to see Hulk as Hulk. Do you know what I mean? If we're after going
genuinely.
against the fact that we obviously watching She-Hulk and stuff, and Smart Hulk was, was controversially approached as well. I think towards in Endgame as well. I think we're just seeing Hulk as Hulk, being Hulk, and the way that Hulk was voiced and played in this role. There was light, dark tones, the anger. You could see the anger in him when he was talking about when they were having a kind of one-upmanship on the. I'm fire. I'm Hulk, like raging fire.
Yeah.
Thor smoldering. Like you could see it in his face. He's so angry.
So
all the time.
good. Like it's so funny and written really well. The talking about Stadium, I've got to mention it. Thor's hair, right?
Oh, you're talking about Thor's hair now.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm changing my
Okay.
I'm changing my views.
You tell me about his hair. Go. Yeah.
What is the point in that? I'm assuming it's not to do with the film and that he had other stuff to film.
What I'm really hoping is that this is the thread for Scar and his bad haircut in She-Hulk.
Yes.
So sorry if you can hear my Thea, by the way. So desperate to get on the podcast. So desperate.
yeah. Just like everybody out there. I think maybe I hope so because I don't know, it wasn't enough of a reason. It's never gone back to. No one ever mentions it. Like even Loki doesn't mention that he's got no hair, but Loki's not lost his hair. Like I'm just like I really didn't get that, and if it is to do with film and commitments and all of that, there's a wonderful little thing, and I don't know if Marvel have come across it yet. It's called a wig, and I feel like actually maybe that would have been useful. I don't know. It's just
I think that's what he was wearing in the first part of the movie when he had his long hair. I think that was a wig the whole time.
Just keep it the whole film then. Like, what's the point? But like I said, if they're going to bring it back in a weird fashion, then any reason, Matt? Any reason?
Literally, the only reasons I can find is that people are explaining that and speculating as well. It's not fact. People are speculating the fact that they've changed his hairstyle because the symbolism around his hair is quite Shakespearean, quite fantasy mythology based, and they wanted to strip that away in order to play a more human, relatable, and comedic aspect to Thor.
Yeah, fair enough.
If that's it, then fine. But again, it doesn't justify it.
No. Yeah, because for a viewer, they're not going to notice that, are they?
He did say in an interview, "I don't want to wear a wig every day. It takes 2 hours to put on." Hemsworth said that.
That's just annoyed me more, to be honest, mate. The guy must be on about 4, 5, 6 figure sums, mate. He's definitely not on 4 figure sums.
It's definitely not.
5 or 6 figure sums. I'm like, come on, mate. Let's that. Oh, here we go.
Just the return.
Thea's back again. Hello, mate. Hello.
Right, pause again. She's got. Sorry, where did we get to? There's been all kinds of interludes of interruptions, dear listeners, with the old parenting side from me. Half term has put everybody into a loop, it seems, in the old Matt household.
We were looking up the hair, and I was saying how out on 5 or 6 figures, Mr. Hemsworth should definitely not be moaning about putting a wig on. And that annoys me more. If that is genuinely the reason why they have catered to him, then I don't know. It's just that's like you can't get rid. Like that is Thor, mate. Thor, long hair.
It's iconic, isn't it?
It's absolutely iconic. And just seeing that just turns into Chris Hemsworth. Then that just turns into the actor for me. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we put out a poll, didn't we? A long time ago.
A long time ago, we put out a poll to find out a couple of things.
And what was one of those things? It was effectively this exact query. So we were looking at putting together a little poll on what everybody's thoughts are on a good old Thor's hair. Let me try and find it. Guys. There it is. Episode clips, polls and posts.
Here we go.
So 56% favoured short hair Thor against 44 on blonde Thor.
Do we know how many votes we got?
We don't know because it's just a copy and paste of a highlight.
Oh, is it?
I don't think we do. No.
We haven't got the olds. But I would have been intrigued to have seen how many. How many said that? Oh no, we do. We do know.
Do we?
We do. What you on about the blondie Thor or
Yeah.
Chris clearly didn't want a wig. Yeah. So we do. You just hover. You just scroll up, mate. So
I'm so silly. I don't know. I don't know how to work social media.
you don't know how to work it at all. So there was wasn't our biggest poll in all generations, but we had 5 votes for Chris clearly didn't want a wig on, and 4 votes for Blondie Thor. Now what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which version do you prefer? So Blondie Thor had 4. Chris clearly didn't want a wig on, had 5.
Okay. All right. It's close. Pretty much in the middle. Split down the middle.
Split down the middle, mate. Bit like Brexit.
But do you know what? And talk about polls. We were doing the poll about the how the MCU have gone wrong, and we were kind of wondering if people. Sorry if you can hear banging again. Thea just very desperate to get on the podcast. It's just absolute. It sounds like pandemonium in this house. But my friends, this is a normal Monday night.
Yeah, what's marvellous is I am someone without any kids, and I get to enjoy watching Matt have children, whilst I come up with the verdict of whether I ever do have my own little scrotums.
Is it selling? Is it selling for you now, my friend?
It is absolutely. This would.
Oh.
drive me. This would drive me to being, a killer. Unfortunately, there's no other way. There's no other way.
There's no other way. Anyway, this vote that we had about MCU going wrong. Currently, we're at 349 votes for yes, it's gone wrong, against 166 votes for no, hasn't gone wrong.
Okay, fantastic. It is madness. Yes, so I can't remember what you said one, but yes.
I've lost it now because it's just screaming at the door. Oh God! I feel like I'm holding somebody prisoner outside. I can see her face. I'm gonna have to let her in, everyone. All right, just gonna have to let her in. Forrest.
Wow.
Well, give me some more thoughts this move. I feel like we haven't spoken about it enough. While I let her in. Oh my
Fantastic. Thoroughly. I think it is a great film. It's not too long. There are some filler moments in it. Some bits that you can easily pluck out. You can easily put back in. Very strong characters. And I do think you get a nice world with Sakaar. You get a brand new planet, just a very new ideas, and I love the bright and sparky. It feels very Waititi. Taika
Waititi, mate.
Yeah, feels very like his work, and that's what a good auteur is like. He's got a very specific brand of work, and he's good at it. Very happy with that.
Is this in your top 5, top 10? Yeah.
Of what, all time?
Of MCU movies, yeah.
Nah.
Is it not for you, Tej? No.
I don't know. I think. See, I've not made a proper top 5, top 10, but I think this would be towards the bottom of the top 10. So I did enjoy it. I loved it. I thought it was great, but I wouldn't say, oh yeah, that's a strong film for me. Like I say, the second act, incredible, really incredible. Yeah, absolutely. But it does lose its way. Yeah,
you're talking to that bit. She's very talkative now. She's gained some confidence, listeners. It's a poll. The mic is on a poll. Yeah.
So, Thea.
Thea, you listening?
Thea, do you think Spider-Man or Thor? Which one's your favourite? Spider-Man or Thor? Thor. Lovely.
Right.
All right.
Fair enough.
Love that. That's the final verdict.
Thor Ragnarok is definitely my top 5.
Okay.
Definitely, I could even squeeze it into a top 3, but it depends. I think it depends.
What with Endgame, Infinity War, Guardians?
I know it's tough. It's tough, but it is definitely up there. I mean, I was lolling, I was laughing, I was crying. I just need to mention one particular gripe that in terms of the comedy, went a little bit too fast when Korg spoke about, we'll rebuild Asgard, it'll be great. It's just the foundations still remain, and then it blows up.
Yeah.
And then he goes, oh, never mind. And it's like, actually, that's quite a serious moment. It doesn't need to have a joke.
Interesting. We're going to disagree about that. We're going to have to disagree about that. Because actually, I thought that was very entertaining because of the piece of script. Because after it happens, he doesn't say never mind, does he? He says like, no, because he's going back. The foundations are still there, and because the line is actually quite funny. Because you go, foundations are still there, and you go, right, well, the foundations are gone now, so it's not going to happen. And I thought that was, I thought it was quite funny. I thought it was written quite well. I like that bit.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And there we are, and then we get to the end, and what end credit scenes do we get? We
get Loki and Thor at the mid-credit scenes doing a little discussion, and then we see wow, and then we get the ship. Thanos' ship arrives, which I'd never seen before.
Yes, well, all of it was new to me, but yeah, Thanos' ship arrives in time for the Avengers. And Matt cannot hear what I'm saying right now. Now he can hear what I'm saying. I said it arrives in times for the Avengers.
Yes, it does. Sorry, Thea is literally chewing on the earphones, like some sort of goat. This has probably turned into the most chaotic episodes ever.
And then the second end credit scene. What's the second end credit scene?
You tell me, Forrest. You tell me. Well, I put myself on mute for the 50th time. I
can't even remember, mate. The second credit scene is oh my god. What? Who? Mouth it to me, Matt. Can you mouth it? What is the second? What's the second scene?
It's Jeff Goldblum, mate.
Oh,
goes to the trash people.
Yes, and the scavengers who don't like him. Yeah. So, yeah, good. But yeah, the end. What I'm having gone back, and this is wider point. Now we're going back and watching everyone. The films that have 2 credit scenes really don't need them. It never.
I don't think this film needed it.
No,
at all.
It really doesn't feel like when there's 2 that both are high quality enough. And I'm like, if it's just an afterthought, just stick with one. Like I don't like. I'd rather one really meaningful scene that like coincides with the next film or the next few films than have like some really short, completely irrelevant excerpt that's just shoved in there. Like that's. Yeah, I don't get why they're doing that.
Mate, this girl is so overtired. I'm just gonna have to throw right at you right now. How many quavers are you giving this so I can send this kid to bed? Please tell me.
I'm giving it 65% of quavers. How many quavers are you giving it?
I'm giving it about 78. 78.
Fantastic. As always, Matt, it's it's been an absolute pleasure.
I've got a poem. I've got a poem that I wanted to give you, all dear listeners, but I can't. I'm so sorry.
We will. And yeah, so I hope your ears aren't burst, listeners. I hope you've, maybe now is the time to get that meditation tape on or turn on some ocean sounds.
It's going crazy over here. I'm so sorry.
Wow, it is absolute carnage. Just put on that meditation, get those ocean sounds on, and enjoy your day, your evening, your morning. Thank you for listening to Don't Be a Hero podcast. It's been me, Forrest Morgan. It's been this guy, Matt.
I'm so sorry. Bye, everybody. She's going crazy. Oh, God.
Wow. Hello, Don't Be a Hero podcast fans. We realised that this didn't really end the podcast in a way or the fashion we expected it to. Matt does send his hellos, and he has survived his own child. I can promise you that. But we just wanted to let you know. So next week, we've got 2 podcasts on the way to you. So we are going to MCM's London Comic Con this Saturday. We're very excited to be there. If you are coming, do let us know on our Instagram, on our Twitter, or send us an email, don'tbeaheropodcast@gmail.com. We'll be there, so there'll be a bonus episode. And as well as that, next week we will be releasing the Black Panther episode. So we're very excited for that. I think we will have an episode without children. I can't guarantee it. Who knows? Maybe within the next week I'll have children. I don't know why, and I'm not expecting any, but at this rate, who knows what will happen. But that's why you're all staying tuned, right? So we will see you for the special Comic-Con episode and the Black Panther episode on Don't Be a Hero podcast next week. Ciao for now.